Imagine this, right now, sitting quietly in your pocket, in a jar at the back of your kitchen shelf, or in a dusty old drawer in your grandparents' house. There could be a coin so powerful, so shockingly rare, that its value could change your life overnight. These aren't just pieces of metal, these are living treasures, survivors of history, each hiding a secret that only the sharpest collectors know. Most people walk right past them. Most people spend them without a second thought. But not you, because today you are about to discover the truth. Coins so rare, so valuable, that just one of them can feel like uncovering a buried chest of gold. And here's the secret the auction houses don't want you to know. These Franklin half dollars aren't just collectibles, they're ticking time bombs of wealth, exploding in price every single year. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because what I'm about to reveal isn't a fairy tale. It's real, it's current, and it's happening right now in the United States. Auction market. This is U.S. Coin Worth Secrets. And today we are unlocking the top 10 most valuable and ultra-rare Franklin half-dollar coins that could be hiding in your pocket right this very moment. And the first one we reveal today is going to leave you absolutely speechless. The story begins in 1948, a year when the world was reshaping itself after the storm of World War II. The U.S. Mint, in an ambitious move, introduced a brand new coin design, the Franklin half dollar. It was unlike anything that had come before it. Instead of the usual presents or mythical symbols, this coin carried the face of Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, the great inventor, philosopher, and visionary. Now, the Denver Mint took on the task of striking these coins, but here's the mystery. Not all 1948 D Franklin half dollars are created equal. Very few survived in pristine condition, and even fewer have the kind of sharp details and surfaces that serious collectors crave. When you hold a 1948 D in very fine condition in your hand, you're not just holding silver. You're holding a living piece of American history that whispers stories of freedom, innovation, and resilience. But what makes this coin so electrifying isn't just its history. It's the details. Look closely, and you will see Franklin's profile, carved with precision, the flowing hair, the intensity in his expression. Flip it over and you will find the famous Liberty Bell, but here's where the magic lies. On many of these coins, striking weaknesses appear around the bell lines, making fully detailed examples stand out like diamonds among stones. That bell, with its famous crack, has become a symbol of America's unbreakable spirit, and in this coin, it shines as a silent testament to liberty. Now let's talk rarity. The Denver Mint struck only a limited number in 1948, and most were tossed into circulation, spent, worn, and lost to time. Very fine condition? That's a level of survival that instantly sets collectors' hearts racing. It's the kind of coin that auction houses list with glowing anticipation, knowing that when the hammer falls, jaws will drop. And here's the part that will make you lean in closer. Right now, today, in the very heartbeat of the auction market, a 1948 D Franklin half dollar in very fine condition is commanding $115,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. 115,000 US dollars. Not last year, not in some faraway fantasy. I'm telling you the truth of today's market. This is not less than finding a hidden treasure chest in your very own pocket. Think about that for a second. A coin that most people would casually spend on groceries, now worth the price of a rare jewel. And here's the even more shocking part. The value is climbing. Day by day, year by year, this coin is rising like a rocket, and experts agree its journey is only beginning. To own one is not just to have money, it is to have power, a timeless piece of wealth that grows as you hold it. For collectors, the lesson here is clear. Condition is king. Very fine examples are the gateway to fortune. Always look for sharp bell lines, clear details in Franklin's hair, and minimal wear. And never ever underestimate the coins that pass through your hands, because treasures like this are still out there, hiding in plain sight. So when I tell you that this coin is a true marvel, a relic of history, and a financial miracle rolled into one, believe me when I say, the 1948 D Franklin half dollar is a treasure that proves legends can live right in your pocket. And remember, this is just the beginning, because what's coming next in this video will make this coin look like only the opening chapter of a much bigger, much more thrilling story. Stay with me, because the next rare Franklin half dollar on our list will blow your mind even further. The year is 1963. America is on the edge of monumental change. It's the final year of the Franklin half-dollar series, the last time Benjamin Franklin's profile and the iconic Liberty Bell would grace the United States. Coin. By 1964, history would shift forever, with the Kennedy half-dollar taking its place, a tribute born from tragedy. But in that final year at the Denver Mint, something extraordinary happened. The 1963 D. Franklin half-dollar became one of the rarest treasures in U.S. coinage. At first glance, it may look like just another half-dollar, but collectors know better. Because tucked within its silver sheen lies a story of rarity, survival, and staggering value. Let's go deeper. This coin was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, like all Franklin halves, making it not only a piece of history, but a tangible store of wealth. Imagine the world of 1963. The space race was electrifying the nation, John F. Kennedy was in the White House, and the U.S. Mint was churning out what it thought were just everyday coins. Yet destiny had other plans. Now here's the key. Most 1963 D. Franklin halves were struck in bulk, poured directly into circulation, and quickly worn down. Millions were melted in later years for their silver value, especially during the silver rush of the 1970s. That's why finding one in very fine condition today is like discovering a perfectly preserved relic sealed away from time itself. Take a moment to picture it. Benjamin Franklin's profile, bold and commanding, with the soft wear of circulation, but still sharp enough to show the detail in his hair. Flip it, and you see the Liberty Bell. Its legendary crack standing as a symbol of resilience, with an eagle pressed beside it, a tiny detail Congress required at the time. But here's the collector's secret. Sharp strike examples from the Denver Mint are scarce. Weak strikes dominate the market, but when you come across a coin that stands tall with clarity, collectors will stop at nothing to claim it. So why does the 1963 D. Franklin half-dollar command such explosive attention? Because it marks the end of an era. The final curtain call for Franklin halves. The closing chapter before history turned the page. Collectors cherish first-year coins, but they guard last-year issues like crown jewels, and the Denver Mint's 1963 D is one of those dazzling crown jewels. Now here's where it gets absolutely thrilling. In today's U.S. auction market, a 1963 D. Franklin half-dollar, in very fine condition, is holding a jaw-dropping value of $103,000. Yes, $103,000 for a coin that most people would never look at twice. This isn't a number from the past. This is right now, the truth of today's market, and it's only climbing higher. Think about what that means. This coin, once just another piece of change, has transformed into a financial miracle, a life-changing treasure. Its value is not fiction, it's reality. A reality that proves fortune can be hidden in the smallest places. Every day, the market demand grows stronger, collectors are battling harder, and the price keeps climbing higher. Wait just a little longer, and this coin will shine even brighter, a treasure chest that refuses to stop overflowing. For collectors, here's your guiding light. Focus on condition, focus on strike, and never underestimate the power of end-of-series coins. The 1963 D isn't just silver, it's symbolism. It's a farewell coin, a last goodbye, and that emotional connection adds fuel to its already skyrocketing demand. If you find one, hold it. If you see one at auction, know that you are staring at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And let me say this clearly, owning this coin isn't just about money. It's about being the guardian of history, the keeper of a treasure that only a rare few will ever hold. That is why collectors chase it. That is why the 1963 D. Franklin half-dollar is more than a coin. It is a legend forged in silver, destined to grow even more valuable as time marches on. So when you hear me say that this coin in very fine condition stands at $103,000 in today's market, believe me when I tell you, that is not a number to ignore. That is the key to wealth, the crown jewel of a collection, the kind of treasure that proves ordinary pockets can hold extraordinary power. And we are only just getting started. Because the next Franklin half-dollar we reveal in this video is going to prove that hidden fortunes are still waiting to be found, and you will want to be the one who finds them first. Now, buckle up, because what we are about to reveal will make your heart race. Imagine a coin that not only holds history in its silver veins, but also shines with a natural golden glow that makes collectors stare in disbelief. This is not just another Franklin half dollar. This is a rare phenomenon, a coin kissed by time itself. I'm talking about the 1954 D. Franklin half dollar, minted in Denver, preserved in very fine condition and displaying that breathtaking golden shade that sets it apart from nearly every other coin in existence. Let's rewind to 1954. America was booming. The post-war economy was thriving. Families were buying homes. The interstate highways were stretching across the nation, and the Denver Mint was producing Franklin half dollars for everyday circulation. Millions were struck, but here's the twist. Not all of them survived, and even fewer survived, with a natural toning that collectors today call golden shade. Now, what does this mean? Over decades, some silver coins develop a unique patina caused by the way they were stored, the environment they were kept in, and the very chemistry of the silver itself. Most coins darken or turn a bluish gray, but on very rare occasions, a half dollar develops a warm golden hue across its surface. And when that happens, that coin transforms from being just another silver half dollar into a shimmering masterpiece, a one-of-a-kind work of art created by nature. Look closer at the 1954-D. On the obverse, Benjamin Franklin's portrait glows with soft golden light, almost as if it were illuminated from within. Flip it to the reverse, and the Liberty Bell gleams like a relic from a sunken treasure chest. Its crack visible, its detail sharpened, and its golden shade making it seem otherworldly. It's no exaggeration to say that when collectors see a golden-toned Franklin half dollar, their hearts skip a beat. But why the 1954-D in particular? Because Denver's striking quality in that year was strong, and when a coin from this mint survives in very fine condition with that unique toning, it instantly becomes a legend. Very fine means it still has sharp detail, clear features, and just enough circulation where to prove it lived a life, but not so much that it lost its brilliance. Combine that with the golden patina, and you have something that borders on miraculous. Here's where it gets even more exciting. The rarity factor. Most 1954 D. Franklin half dollars were used, spent, worn down, or melted. Very few survived. And among those survivors, the golden shade coins, almost non-existent. Collectors aren't just buying silver here. They're buying uniqueness, a natural beauty that no mint could ever manufacture. That is why the 1954 D in golden shade is so fiercely demanded. Now let's talk value. Embrace yourself, because this is the kind of number that will make you realize you could be holding a fortune in your very hands. In today's auction market, I'm talking right now, in the present moment, a 1954 D. Franklin half dollar in very fine condition with this golden shade is commanding a staggering $110,000. Yes, $110,000. That's not a fantasy, that's the truth of today's collector market. Think about what that means. A coin struck for everyday commerce, something people once spent on groceries or gas, now worth more than what most people earn in years. This is not less than uncovering a hidden treasure chest. It is a treasure chest. And here's the most powerful part. Its value is climbing. Day by day, year by year, these coins are becoming harder to find, and their golden beauty is making collectors chase them like rare jewels. For collectors and treasure hunters, here's the advice. If you ever find a Franklin half dollar with that golden hue, never overlook it. Protect it, grade it, and cherish it. Because what looks like just a coin to an untrained eye could be your entry ticket into a world of wealth. And let me make this clear, my channel, U.S. Coin Worth Secrets brings you the real truth, updated daily, faithful, and trustworthy. I don't deal in fairy tales. I bring you the facts, the market prices, the secrets that others overlook. And I'm telling you right now, the 1954 D. Franklin half dollar in golden shade is a masterpiece of rarity, a treasure born of history, and a financial miracle growing in value every single day. So when you hear me say $110,000, don't think of it as just a number. Think of it as a doorway to wealth, a doorway to history, and a doorway to the kind of treasures that may be sitting quietly in your own home, waiting to be discovered. And remember, this is only the third coin in our journey today. The treasures ahead are going to grow even more shocking, more breathtaking, and more valuable. Stay tuned, because what comes next is going to prove that the Franklin half dollar series is not just a collection, it's a gold mine hidden in plain sight. The year was 1950, a new decade, a new era in America. The world was rebuilding, technology was racing forward. In the United States, Mint was hard at work striking Franklin half dollars for the nation. But hidden among those coins in that very year lies a treasure that would one day shake the world of collectors. I'm talking about the 1950 Franklin half dollar with no mint mark, preserved in very fine condition, carrying a mysterious gray shade that tells a story only time could write. Let's step back into history for a moment. When you see a Franklin half dollar without a mint mark, it means one thing. It was born at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike the branch mints, Philadelphia often struck coins without identifying them. And while millions of coins were made, very few from this year survived in the kind of condition that collectors crave. Why? Because most were spent, handled, worn, or melted for their silver value in later decades. Survival at the very fine grade is a miracle in itself. Now, what makes the gray shade so special? Over time, silver coins develop natural toning based on how they are stored, and this coin's surface has matured into a soft, smoky gray patina. This isn't damage, it's beauty. It's a cloak of time, a natural aging process that transforms an ordinary coin into a relic with soul. When collectors see that gentle gray sheen, they don't see wear, they see history, depth, and authenticity. Look at the obverse. Benjamin Franklin's portrait, aged yet powerful, framed in that misty gray glow. Every strand of hair, every contour of his face carries the dignity of the past. Flip it to the reverse, and the Liberty Bell commands your attention. Its famous crack still visible, surrounded by the eagle required by law, all set against that smoky background. This isn't just a coin, it's a survivor, a silent witness to the stories of mid-century America. Now let's talk about rarity. The Philadelphia Mint's 1950 issue had no mint mark. And while numbers struck were significant, what matters most is condition and appearance. The gray shade coins in very fine condition stand apart as unique treasures. They are instantly recognizable, instantly desirable, and instantly fought over by collectors in the auction halls. And here comes the heart-stopping truth. In today's auction market, right now, the 1950 no mint mark Franklin half dollar in gray shade and very fine condition is valued at a breathtaking $110,000. Yes, $110,000 US. Dollars. That's not speculation, that's the present market reality. Not less than a treasure chest of wealth hidden in a simple coin. Think about the power of that. A half dollar, just 50 cents, struck in 1950, now worth the kind of money that can transform lives. And the truth is even more shocking. The demand is growing every single day. Collectors are hungry, prices are climbing, and this coin's future value is destined to rise even higher. Owning one is not just fortune, it is a legacy, a piece of history you can hold in your hand. For collectors, the lesson is crystal clear. Never ignore coins without mint marks. Never dismiss natural gray toning as ordinary. These are the exact details that turn simple silver into treasures of immeasurable worth. Protect them, grade them, and know that every such coin could be the key to unimaginable value. And let me remind you again, my channel, US Coin Worth Secrets, is your faithful source for the truth, updated daily with real current prices from today's market. No fiction, no exaggeration, just the secrets you need to know to uncover hidden wealth. In the 1950 no mint mark Franklin half dollar in gray shade proves it. The treasures are real, they're out there, and they may be closer than you think. Now, let me leave you with this thought. We've only uncovered 4 treasures so far. But what if I told you the coins still to come are even rarer, even more valuable, and even more shocking than what you've seen today? Imagine what else could be hiding in your pocket, in your change jar, or tucked away in an old collection. This is just the beginning of the journey. The next Franklin, half dollar on our list, will take your breath away, and the one after that could very well redefine what you thought a coin could be worth. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join me every single day here on US Coin Worth Secrets. Because every day the market shifts, values climb, and new treasures are revealed. And I promise you this, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Remember, the treasure is real. The value is real. And your pocket could be hiding the next great fortune. Stay tuned, because the journey to uncover the most valuable Franklin half dollars is only just beginning.